Games. Today, what I want to talk about, I just noticed that we have this launch trailer for Final Fantasy 14. Now, I thought we were done with the pregame. I was ready to go. I had, seen what I figured would be all they would have to offer on this subject. So I was surprised. To see this drop. So I haven't got a chance to watch it yet. Um, so I just want to give my first little reaction on it. Unlike, the last one, I haven't seen any other previous videos or any, so I had no idea what to expect on this one. So listen, I'm kind of curious to see if they have anything new to offer. So let's get to it.
Well, if it ain't the oldest joke in the book.
Let's do from the beginning of AR.
Did we last have a dark night? Over 100 bleeding years ago. That's when.
In that chaotic no man's land between realms, time and space warp and blend in unexpected ways. What Urianger saw was the future.
That's how the Sin Eaters came to be. They were once living creatures, or people, that were caught in the path of the flood. Once the change is wrought, there is no going back.
The eternal light of these creatures has confounded us for nigh on 100 years. For each we have put down, another has risen up in its place, born of the self-same ether relinquished by its predecessor. That's him. That's
Who's this fat bastard? Look at the comb over.
Sin Eaters are part of Yulmor's society, but they must be fed with ether. Living ether.
Got a triple neck.
This world is beyond saving. Like those who try to save it. This world has had its fill of heroes.
Must be innocence.
Everything we did, everything we gave, what was it for?
Years have I waited for this moment. For the one possessed of her blessing. For you.
Okay.
Through prayer and sacrifice, the will of the star was made manifest.
I'm sorry, I can only assume I misheard. But it sounded an awful lot like you were implying both Zodiac and Hydaelyn are not gods, but
They are gods after a fashion, yes. The eldest and most powerful of primals.
Oh, shit. Okay. Huh. Actually makes a lot of sense. Huh. That actually makes a lot of sense. I always had wondered why a lot of the other primals, they for some reason were unable to or you were immune to influence, but it makes sense if they're Hydaelyn and Zodiac are primals, then you can't be double influenced by two primals, So I remember Ifrit back all the way back in AR and mentioned, oh well, he's uninfluenceable because he's already under influence of her, whatever phrase he used referring to Hydaelyn. So I guess the truth of the matter was always under our noses to begin with, but that leads to even more questions for me, like, do the Pantheon the Pantheon even exist? The Final Fantasy XIV Pantheon. Let me know if you've seen any evidence for them in the game that I've missed. I've never seen any evidence that the Pantheon exists. We've heard of different beings of certain significant degree of power, like the elementals who flooded the world at one point, and one of the fifth or sixth calamity. So, I don't know of any evidence of actual Pantheon influence in the world. So, my reaction to that trailer, like I said, they didn't add too much, but there's a couple tidbits there that were interesting, like some new characters that I like. That Valkyrie dude, I guess he seemed to be some guy of import. So I imagine we'll be having to deal with him in some way, shape, or form. Maybe a boss transform into some grotesquerie that we have to fight. Innocence, of course, made a comeback. That's something I found interesting. Again, I don't know if I said this before, but that's what they did in Bayonetta, for example. All the angels were grotesque creatures, but they had like names like Joy or Jubilee or Innocence or something like that. And that seems to be a Japanese concept for these, for the way they view the creatures of light in their games like that. So they're just as evil as the dark creatures, but evil in a different way, or the same way, just two sides of the same coin. So I also found it interesting that they had that little tidbit where they mentioned there hadn't been a Dark Knight on the first. I assume that's what they were talking about, in 100 years. So maybe this delusion of light is damn near erased all semblance of darkness in the world. That world. So it's good to see. I have to say that out of all the trailers I've witnessed over, whether Heaven's Ward and Stormblood, that I'm actually the most intrigued and excited about this expansion. This seems to be right up my alley. Everything about it so far, just the general premise, world building. The music seems to be this will probably be the best music, in my opinion. This is right up my alley in all the expansions. So I'm super excited. And it seems to be the story is taking interesting twists and turns now. I'm a story buff, and so to see that it makes me happy to see the writing generally gets stronger for the most part. I mean, it has its ups and downs. Like it had its has its dips and peaks, but I feel like the writing was kind of going off the reservation a little bit, and Stormblood towards the end. It didn't really. The first expansion I feel like ended with a fizzle, so it seems like hopefully this the hype generated at the beginning here will indicate that they're getting back to form how they were with solid writing and the end of A Realm Reborn and Heaven's Ward. But I'm interested to see what we got. That just added more to the hype fest for me. But anyway, until next time, it's been Kaous for Kaous Games. Gamers, game on.